Pratyashyat. Hare Krishna. Would someone like to chant this verse? Okay.
Prabhuji, if you want me to. But I need a Sanskrit.
Hmm?
Can you give me a Sanskrit verse? Vidyadharavūchuhu tattvamāyārthapi vidakalevaresmin krutva mamāhamiti durmati karu pathe svahi siptopyasasdi lalasa atmamoham yushmat kathamruta nishevaka udayuda saeta.
Thank you, Mataji. Anybody else would like to attempt, please? Okay, we'll read the synonyms, translation, and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Synonyms: Vidyadhar, the Vidyadhars. Uchu said, Tvat Mayaya, by your external potency. Artham, the human body. Abhipadya, after obtaining. Kalevare, in the body. Asmin, in this. Kritva, having misidentified. Mama, mine. Aham, I. Iti, thus. Durmayate, the ignorant person. Upattai, by wrong roads. Sway, by one's own belonging. Shipta, distracted. Api, even. Asat, temporary. Vishayalalasaha, having his happiness in sense objects. Atma Moham, the illusion of the body as the self. Yushmat, your katha topics. Amrita, nectar. Nishvaka, relishing. Ut, from a long distance. Vyudasyet, can be delivered. Translation. The Vidyadhar said, Dear Lord, this human form of body is meant for attaining the highest perfectional objective, but impelled by external energy, the living entity misidentifies himself with his body and with the material energy, and therefore, influenced by Maya, he wants to become happy by material enjoyment. He is misled and always attracted by temporary, illusory happiness. But your transcendental activities are so powerful that if one engages in hearing and chanting such topics, he can be delivered from illusion. Prophet. The human form of life is called Arthada because the body can very nicely help the embodied soul to achieve the highest perfection. Prahlad Maharaj said that even though temporary, the body can give us the highest perfectional achievement. In the process of evolution from the lower to the higher grade of living, the human form of life is a great boon. But Maya is so strong that in spite of achieving this great boon of the human form of life, we are influenced by the temporary material happiness and we forget our goal of life. I'll read this again. But Maya is so strong that in spite of achieving this great boon of human form of life, we are influenced by temporary material happiness and we forget our goal of life. We are attracted by things which will cease to exist. The beginning of such attraction is the temporary body. In this horrible condition of life, there is only one way of liberation, to engage in the activities of transcendental chanting and hearing of the holy names of the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The words Yushmat Kathamrita Nishevaka mean those who engage in relishing the nectar of the topics of your Lordship. There are two narrative books which especially concern the words and activities of Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is the instruction given by Krishna, and Srimad Bhagavatam is the book containing topics exclusively about Krishna and his devotees. These two books are the special nectar of the words of Krishna. For those who engage in the preaching of these two Vedic literatures, it is very easy to get out of the illusory conditional life imposed upon us by Maya. The illusion that the conditioned soul does not try to understand his spiritual identity. He is more interested in his external body, which is only a flash and will be finished as soon as time is designated. The whole atmosphere will change when the living entity has to transmigrate from one body to another under the spell of Maya, he will again be satisfied in a different atmosphere. This spell of Maya is called Avaranatmika Shakti because it is so strong that the living entity is satisfied in any abominable condition. Even if he is born as a worm living within the intestine or abdomen in the midst of urine and stool, he is still satisfied. This is the covering influence of Maya. But the human form of life is a chance to understand, and if one misses this opportunity, he is most unfortunate. The way to get out of illusory Maya is to engage in topics of Krishna. Lord Chaitanya advocated a process whereby everyone may remain in his present position without change, but simply hear from proper authoritative sources about Krishna. Lord Chaitanya advised everyone to spread the word of Krishna. He advised, all of you become spiritual masters. Your duty is simply to talk to whomsoever you meet of Krishna or of the instructions given by Krishna. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is operating for this purpose. We do not ask anyone to first change his position and then come to us. Instead, we invite everyone to come with us and simply chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because we know that if one simply chants and hears the topics of Krishna, one's life will change. He will see a new light and his life will be successful. Hare Krishna. We'll chant the Mangalacharan prayers. If you know it, dear devotees, please unmute and chant alongside with me. Om Ajnantimirandasya Dhyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी कृष्ण भानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पातरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णाय वन्दनाय मंदिराय Hare Krishna. So thank you everyone for joining this morning's Sangha. In fact, what you all are doing and what we are doing is engaging in Shravanam. That is the theme of this particular text. So you all know the background of what had happened, and Lord Shiva is pleased, and then Lord Vishnu comes. And when Lord Vishnu arrives on the scene, everybody, all those who are there, start glorifying Lord Vishnu. Why is it? Why do they glorify Lord Vishnu? Because it is spontaneous, it is natural for a person to glorify Vishnu. You know, he has six opulences, right? And one of the opulences is fame. So we see even in our day-to-day lives, if there is someone famous, we talk so well, so highly about them. If it's a sports person and oh, he's such a great batsman or such a bowler, we know all about him, the matches that he's played and the statistics and this, that. So it is a natural condition that fame is attraction. Everyone gets attracted to fame. And if there is somebody famous, we want to associate with that person, we want to talk about that person. And in doing so, it gives us a kind of a rush. Of course, that's just a mundane example in the material world, but that propensity is there. That same thing is a spiritual potency also. So when it comes to Vishnu, when we are talking about Vishnu, when we are hearing about Vishnu, Vishnu means Krishna, same thing. When we are talking about Krishna, when we are hearing about Krishna, it awakens that spontaneity which is there in us, and there is that attraction which develops. Actually, when we use this word develop, it is not exactly correct. It's already there. There's nothing that we need to develop. It's already there within us. It's who we are, the spirit soul. However, this covering aspect of Maya, Krishna's illusory energy, it is covering us. So when we say develop, it is just to remove this covering and be who we really are. If you see these advertisements which come on TV for recruiting in the US Army, it says US Army and their tagline is be all you can be. Huh? It says be all you can be. Krishna consciousness is the original be all you can be. We have identified ourselves with this body. That is that illusory energy of Krishna, Maya. We think we are this body. This body is like our house, and we are just tenants, temporary. We have a lease. It has a finite time period. We'll be occupying this body. This body is not even ours. We think this is our body, my hand, my eyes, my this, my that, my family, my country, my religion, whatever be that case. But that's not it. Who we really are. We are the spirit soul. Jivera Swarupa hai, Nityara Krishna Das. And what is that occupation of the soul? The soul is active, dear devotees. The soul is not inert. The soul is active. It is very, very active principle. It does activity. So what is it doing? It's part and parcel of Krishna. It is serving Krishna. Jivera Swarupohi Krishna Nityadas. So Krishna consciousness is that process which is removing the cover of Maya. It's like peeling the onions. The onions have so many layers, different layers, peeling each layer off. And that's what a sadhana is. And there are these 9 steps of peeling these layers of sadhana, which is there. Now, these layers, of course, if you see onion, once upon a time, if we were eating onion, garlic, you know, to if you cut an onion or if you peel the onion, it is not very difficult. It is not very difficult. It can be done. Even a child would be able to do it. But this Maya's energy is so strong, dear devotees, that, on our own endeavor, it won't happen. It won't happen on our own endeavor. So there is a prescribed method of how to do it. These 9 processes, if we follow, and it starts with what is called Shravanam and then Kirtanam. Shravanam and Kirtanam. Shravanam, Kirtanam go hand in hand. Shravanam means listening, and Kirtanam means speaking. Actually, when we are speaking, we are also simultaneously listening. Shravanam, Kirtanam. But it starts with Shravanam. And if you see, even the human body, our anatomy is we have 2 ears and one mouth and tongue. 2 ears, not 1 ear and two mouths. 2 ears and one mouth. So it is very significant that we should be hearing more than speaking. All of us have a propensity to speak. In fact, I remember in a lecture, I forget which Vaishnava had made this. He's saying there are two very attractive things. One is the mic, and the other is camera. And you can see um, Instinctively, if you're going by a shopping window or, in the mall or something, there's a mirror, all of us look to see how we are, what we look like. Or if there is a mic, a person gets a chance to the mic, it'll go on and on and on and on and on. So there are these two things, the mic and the, anyway, got a little digress. But coming back over here, Shravanam and Kirtanam, the point is that we should listen. Listen. Now listen to what? All of us are listening all the time. We are listening. Now, even when we are asleep and the senses are subdued, even in our sleep, our mind is talking to us at all the time. So it is never silent. There's all the time sound. Now it is our choice, dear devotees, whether that sound is noise or whether that sound is a harmony, something which is pleasing. Now, when we are Shravanam, when we are listening about Krishna and Krishnas, when we are listening to that, it's a beautiful symphony. And that is making the soul dance. All those layers are coming out. All those layers are being peeled away of our conditioning. Conditioning that I am this body. This body, because I'm this body, I'm attracted to everything related to this body. This body is temporary. Therefore, anything in connection to this body is also temporary. Whatever happiness I get is also temporary. That is the situation that we are in. So, this is what Shravanam does. Shravanam is peeling the layers of conditioning out, and it is revealing, be all you can be, who we are, the Jeev Atma. Hare Krishna. So, two things. One is the covering potency of Maya, and the other is it also has what is called the throwing potential. We all have a propensity to act. It is who we are. We have to act. You cannot sit idle. Even when you're sitting idle, your mind is acting up. Means idle means physically we are doing nothing. So there is this throwing propensity of Maya. It is called prakshepatmika shakti. It is throwing. But what it does is it throws us in the wrong direction. So even though we know that this thing is not conducive to whatever I want to get for my benefit. I know it is not conducive, but still I'm propelled to do that. We call it a habit, we call it an addiction, whatever name we give. But why is that happening? It's because this is what Maya is doing, that energy, that illusory energy. She is throwing us in the wrong direction. And on our own, it is not possible for any corrective action. We will be forced, intellectually, we will understand, dear devotees, that no, this is not the right thing. There's the intellectual understanding, but it is, you can't help it. We find ourselves in that situation. The only way is listening. And so when we are listening Krishna Katha, when we are speaking Krishna Katha, when we are engaged in these two activities, it is bringing us on the right path. That is what is happening, dear devotees. So that is why Shravanam Kirtanam. And if you see the 9 processes, the first two is Shravanam Kirtanam. Now, there is a way we should understand, there's a way we should listen. There is a method of how to listen. It requires, there are different types or levels of listening. Different. There can be casual listening. For example, you're doing your work and in an office, some other colleague somewhere else, there's some discussion going on. So in the background, they call it background noise. You're aware of it, but you're not really putting attention. Now, this happens even when we are listening to Katha. If we are engaged in listening to a Katha, our focus can be somewhere else. If someone enters, a speaker is giving a lecture in the temple room, someone enters a temple room, someone leaves the temple room, our heads immediately turn around to see who's come, who's going. So the attention is not 100%. So there is what is called either it could be background noise and the mind is talking to us louder than what the ear are listening from outside. That is one type. The other one is like semi. Some word may come which is attracts attention, especially if someone calls out to your own name, immediately your attention goes over there. So if the speaker is speaking something and my mind is saying something, and then he'll make a reference, oh, Amritanand Das was saying this, immediately my attention will go to that. So there is that type of listening. And the other type of listening is what Srila Prabhupada exemplified. It is full attention. And when that full attention is there, no distraction. Even if a bomb explodes next to you, you will not even notice it. That is the level of listening. Of course, to get to that level is possible. It is not impossible, but it requires practice. And that practice is daily sadhana. Never mind, we may be distracted. We may be listening to it casually. There has to certain proper method of how we listen. 2 days back in our Sunday school, it just started. Yesterday was the first class, and we have a teacher's chair for Shrevanishta Prabhu and myself. We were sitting before the class started. There were some kids, and kids, they have so much energy fooling around. So one child, a boy, was sitting with his legs on the chair, and another girl, young girl, she was slouched on the chair. So when we came, I told them, this is not the right thing, because this is where the teacher sits and we have to give respect. And then the child asked, that girl, very intelligent child, she's saying, but why do we have to give respect? It is just a chair. So I said, it's not the chair, it's the person. And then we explained that, what is the Guru Parampara system, what is knowledge, how it's coming. It's to. So similarly, when we are listening, with attention, it is the respect that we are expressing. We may be sitting there physically, but when we are fully focused in listening to it, it's a method of offering our gratitude. And there is that reciprocation. Whatever is being said, we understand. The other type of listening is we listen to the sound, and the mind is working so fast to give an answer. We listen to reply, not to understand. To understand would require us to quieten down all those noises which the mind is making inside the head and be fully focused. The mind will pull, there'll be a sound coming, the door will open over there. We can train ourselves to be looking and be paying attention to what the speaker is saying. And when this level of listening improves, our spiritual, that peeling of the layer is faster, and it reveals be all you can be. So these two things, Shravanam, Kirtanam, make it a habit, make it a practice. All of you so wonderfully join every morning. Then, in addition to this, whatever time you get, make it a practice to listen. There are so many media available, your own Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. There's a wonderful site called The Acharya. Subscribe to it on YouTube. All Prabhupada's lectures, whatever Prabhupada lectures are there, very nice. It is there, and the translations are coming. As Prabhupada is speaking, the translations are there. Please listen to that. And Prabhupada's lectures, 20 minute, 30 minute, maybe 40 minute, but typically it is 20, 30 minute. All of us can easily invest 20, 30 minutes in a day. Make it a habit to listen. So this distracted listening, whatever type of listening, just do it out of discipline, and gradually, those layers will get peeled off. Thank you, dear devotees. We have 4, 5 minutes. If somebody has any question or a comment, you could please unmute. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam. Can you send me the link on about Acharyas so I can listen?
Yeah, I'll send it to you after the class, Mataji.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Very nicely explained about the respect. Yeah, I was just meditating on respect means when somebody is giving instruction, like our Srila Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or our acharyas. So respect means if we are following that instructions, that will be also respect, right, Prabhuji?
Yes, my many years back, we had gone to New Vrindavan, and my Guru Maharaj, they were in his room. There were, a few devotees, 10, 15 devotees, and there was another devotee, Sunil Madhav Prabhu, and he was sitting next to Maharaj, and, he kept massaging Maharaj's feet. And we listened to all this, dust of the Vaishnav's feet and all that without understanding or what it really means. And then I say, oh, he's so lucky. He is getting to, Maharaj's lotus feet and dust and all that thing is going on in my head. And it was no lecture, no class, nothing. Just Maharaj was greeting and meeting devotees. So I hung around, and then one by one, everyone left. And finally, it was just Guru Maharaj and me in the room. And I took the courage and I said, Maharaj, can I touch your feet? He started laughing. He, he says, whatever you want, Prabhu. And then at least there's that little bit of etiquette that it's not what you want, the Guru wants. I said, no, Maharaj, it's what you want, with your permission only. No, whatever you want. And we went back and forth. You want, you. No, you. No, you. It went. And then I said, in my mind, I thought that Maharaj is not going to say, here, take my feet, take the dust. It's humility. So I jumped from my chair, from where I was sitting, and I held Maharaj's feet and put it on my head. And I said, thank you, Maharaj, for the dust of your lotus feet. Then Maharaj became grave. And he said, do you know the real meaning of what is dust of the lotus feet? I said, no, Maharaj. He says, obeying the instructions of the spiritual master is the real dust of the lotus feet. That interpret what dust of lotus feet means. So when we offer our dandvat, when we come in the temple, we offer our dandvat, we say these prayers, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha, we bow down. But our action is, if the Vaishnav tells me something, I should jump at it to obey, obedience.
Yes. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Amitabh Prabhu. Oh, nice
Thank you.
class and sharing of your personal experience or personal instruction of experience sadhana of Maharaj.
Experiences with you, Madhupati Prabhu. If I start sharing about our early days and how you guided us, it'll take more than half an hour.
Really.
Thank you.
Will be less instructive than the instruction which you got from the Guru Maharaj. Really. We'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead. And we'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jai Jai Nrsimha, Praladesha, Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Lingam. Ugraveeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukam Nrsimham Vishnam Bhadram Nityam Nityam Namamyam. Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Let's offer our obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnavinda ki Jai, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you, Amitabh Prabhu. Very nice talk.
everybody. Hari Bol.
Thank you,
Krishna.
Thank you, everyone. Hari Krishna.